morning. I'm sitting here waiting at the doctor's office again. So this has kind of become my new normal. How about you guys? How you doing out there? Just wanted to talk a little bit about isolation. Let me turn this up. Hang on. Well, okay. Hopefully you can hear me. And the effect that it's had on me personally. So I'm by nature an introverted person. I can go out and party, that's no problem. But by nature, I'm more of an introvert. So I call myself an introverted extrovert, because if you get me talking on the right subjects, I can talk for a long time. But I'm a person that dislikes small talk. I don't like it. I'm not good at it. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back. The lady next to me got in her car and was just letting the engine run, and it was a little distracting. So anyway, as I was saying, I'm by nature an introverted person. I'm one that I love my alone time. So actually, isolation wasn't that big a deal to me. It honestly wasn't. I actually enjoyed ordering the groceries online and having them delivered. I liked not going into stores. I liked the driving situation where you didn't have a million cars on the road. So for me, isolation was not a big deal. I still saw my family. I saw my significant other and my best friends. So really life didn't change that much for me. However, I have to say that now life has really changed, because I went from that, the isolation, and now I can't isolate at all because of family obligations. And I'm not complaining at all. I'm just saying. So it's made me realize how crazy our world has become. Maybe it was always that way, I don't know, but it seems so bizarre to me anymore how crazy everything is. It's just all, it seems like like you're kind of stuck in a whirlwind and you can't get out. The traffic is horrendous now. I imagine that's because people are not working still. And everybody's out on the road. They're all shopping and going places and doing things. So, and it's hard for me to understand how we have like two separate systems going here. And if this offends anybody, I'm sorry, then, turn me off. But we have the system over here that's saying, oh, we're still going to get sick people, we need to isolate, we need to do this, we need to do that, wear your masks, do masks work, don't masks work. We get all this information spewed out to us when there really aren't the facts behind it, because the facts just keep changing and you don't know what to believe. So you have that. Then on the other side of this crazy world, we have all these people gathering and looting and destroying and half I think wear masks because they don't want to be identified. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But anyway, it's like we're living in two different worlds all at the same time. So you really don't know what to believe. It's all very, very confusing. And then when you're in a situation where you can't even get away from all the craziness because you have family obligations or you have to go to work, you're an essential worker, it's just, I don't know, it's just a really weird time to be going through these things. So anyway, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that and what's going on in my life. How about you guys? What's your opinion on this whole situation? You know, I mean, you hear it's political and you hear it's, you know, I don't want to get into all of that because it's not what my channel's about, but it's about my life and it's about how I see things. So that's my take on it right now. I'm living in two different worlds, two completely conflicting different worlds, and it's very confusing. So if I had my choice, I would prefer to create my own world and live in that, but I have to go out into the world that already exists, if that makes any sense to you at all. All right, well, I'll be back in a little bit and we'll talk about something else. So this next little video clip is just a little example of the craziness that's going on. It seems like this past week, all the road construction crews have gone back to work. And they're all working on every single road, no matter which way you go, at the same time. So you don't even know where to go. It goes with the rest of the insanity. So I think a little more planning needs to be had for the road work construction people. Anyway, here we go. This was my ride out of my little town on my way to my mom's house. So here I am. I'm on my way to my mom's house. I need to take her to several doctor's appointments today. And I'm trying to get out of my little town. Road construction. Every single road. There's coming up a one-lane road ahead. There were 3 railroad crossings because in my town the train tracks run through the middle of it. And all 3 intersections, the road was closed. So I had to drive all the way around, which is at least 2-3 miles out of my way. And it's, hang on a second, I'm driving past some people. I don't want to take them out. So now I'm on the road, finally, like 4 or 5 roads over, and they've got 1 lane open. I don't get it. It's like they must have everybody going back to work at one time. Oh my gosh. So I'm like a good 20 minutes out of my way. It's a good thing I left early enough to get to my mother's house to take her to her doctor's appointment. I don't know. Who sets up these road construction deals? Because they don't do a very good job. So anyway, one hand doesn't know what the other hand is doing. So now I'm about, at least 4 or 5 miles out of my way, just trying to get out of my little town. So anyway, I just thought I just wanted to rant about that because that's what people do. So anyway, I'll be back later. This is going to be a video of just this and that. I'm just going to share my day with you, and hopefully I'll be able to make it a good day. All right, be back in a little while. So this next clip is the world that I actually prefer to live in. So I retreat here whenever things get a little too crazy, and it's my happy place, a place where I can breathe and forget about all the things going on around me. And everybody should try to create their own sanctuary. This is my sanctuary, and I want to share it with you guys. So I'll show you my garden, because that's one of my happiest places. Morning. Remember when I said I was concerned that I had my wisteria cut back too much? Well, this wisteria is attacking my house. It is just so thick and so big. It didn't bloom this year, but oh my gosh, look at all these little, it's trying to get in my house. Look at this. It's unbelievable. So, needless to say, there's going to be some trimming that needs to be done, but it's a very, very nice shady area here on my deck. So I'm still working on my deck. It's not done yet, but it's getting there. Now I have to hose down all the cottonwood things and put my carpet out, but it's getting there and looking better. I still have some spinach here that I didn't plant because it already started to bolt. So, and I still have some things in my little greenhouse. And of course, this is way too shady, but it's fine to protect some plants. And I have some basil coming up there, some little tiny kales that I'm going to put out in my garden as I eat the rest that's already in the garden. So, but yeah, I just wanted to show you my wisteria that I was worried about that I had cut off too much. So I still have some little cucumber plants that I don't have any room for, and some little tomatoes. I asked the family if they wanted any, but they haven't shown up, so I don't know. Some little peppers back there. So I still have some planting to do. And I wanted to show you my little lettuce patch. It is just growing like mad. It's really doing well. It likes this little greenhouse cover, so I need to start eating before it bolts. And then my kale here, it's getting really big, so I'll replace that eventually with the little ones I just showed you. My spinach is doing well. So I absolutely love these raised beds. They're just fantastic. And over here, my chives are huge. My rosemary and my rosemary here, and my parsley's doing great. My oregano is going crazy. I ate most of the lettuce that was over here. These chives are huge, and more parsley. So that's how my little raised bed gardens are doing, and I'm still doing some cleanup. Okay, so I want to wrap up this video, and I did a little tiny haul today. I went to Dollar Tree again. My mom needed a couple things, and of course I can't go in there without picking something up. So, and then yesterday I did a tiny Aldi's haul. Aldi's had avocados on special for 59 cents. And whenever they have that on special, I stock up.
And if I have too many, I make guacamole dip and freeze it. And I got that tip from Wendy over at the Frugal Minimalist. Her channel's great, all kinds of money-saving tips and shortcuts in the kitchen. And freezing the avocado, the guacamole works super. So I got a total of 6 avocados. And of course, I can't eat those all. I do keep mine in the fridge. And then as I want to eat them, I put them out for a couple days to ripen up and soften up. And they last a long time. So another thing I got at Aldi's yesterday, I got these lovely red grapes. And they're nice and sweet. So they had those on special. And I got these beautiful Bing cherries. And did you know that Bing cherries, any kind of cherries, sour cherries, anything, they actually have anti-inflammatory ingredients in them, properties. And I notice a difference when I eat a lot of cherries. My arthritis issues are less. And you can also take pills. You can take sour cherry in pill form, and I get those every now and then on Amazon, and those seem to work pretty well too. But the actual fresh cherries, they work great. Or you can get the pure cherry juice, not a beverage blend, but pure cherry juice works well too. Excuse me. So another thing I got at Aldi's yesterday, I just got their hazelnut coffee, and it's a great deal, and I think it tastes great. It's like 3 something a box, and you get 12 cups in there. Now normally I do my own, I fill my own at home. These are to go to the boat, so I keep some coffee there because I have a little 1 cup Keurig there. So, and we don't have any more coffee there. So that's going to the boat. And then I bought this. This was new, and I just thought I'd try it because I thought that'd be a great boat coffee drink. So it's vanilla bourbon. I tried it. It's good. So it's 100% Arabica coffee. Of course, it's artificially flavored, but hey. So those 2 things are going to the boat. And that way I can have my morning coffee and go up on deck and watch the sunrise. So let me show you what I got at Dollar Tree today. I've been picking up some of these again. I normally don't use bottled water because I have a Berkey, and I also have a filtration system on my fridge, and I have like a Brita, so sometimes I double filter my water that way, but I like to keep those on hand in my stash in case something happens to the water supply. So I like to keep about a dozen of those in the prepper stash. And they're only $1, so, and if you don't drink them, you can always water your plants with them. So I got that and a few other things, not too much. I was hungry when I went. You know how that goes. So I bought this big thing of movie theater butter flavored popcorn, and it's a huge bag for $1. And it's, not a lot of calories. 3 cups is only 170 calories. So sometimes in the evening when I don't want a big dinner and I want a kind of healthy snack, of course, if you make your own, it's much healthier, but yeah, I picked that up just for that. And if nothing else, I'll take it to the boat for a snack. So I got that, and I picked up, I don't know, 4 or 5 of these Velveeta cheese sauce pockets because my grandson loves macaroni and cheese. And his favorite is the Velveeta. And it's much cheaper if you get the big box of either elbow or shells and cook those up and then add the Velveeta because these are only $1, and the pasta is probably less than $1. But if you buy the Velveeta cheese, macaroni and cheese, it runs about $3, maybe over $3. So I picked these up. Now this is the original, which is what I like. They also have jalapeno, and I picked those up by mistake. I'm not a big jalapeno fan. It's edible, but not my favorite. But if you like jalapeno and you like jalapeno mac and cheese, it works great. So I got those. I picked up a scoop that I want to keep in my bucket of soil for my house plants. So this is going to be for gardening. And I got, oh dear, stink bug. Hang on, no. Leave that alone. Sorry about that. It was a stink bug. We get them a lot, actually. I don't know. I think they must have a entrance place here. But you don't want to squish them because they stink. And supposedly it attracts more stink bugs. I don't know if that's true or if... Anyway, I don't like stink bugs. So the dogs don't even bother with them. They must smell really bad. So what the Dollar Tree has now is you can get broom heads. They have this kind. They have the square brooms. They have like for wet mops, they have a head for that, and they have the pads too. The first time I've seen that. So I picked this up. I can put my old broomstick on here, the one I ride on. Okay, don't quit your day job. Bad joke. So anyway, I picked that up. And let's see what else. I'm almost done. I've been on a crackers mood lately. So they had these crostinis, rosemary crostinis, and they're made in Italy. And I want to try those with that cream cheese that I talked about in my last video. So I got that. And then they have these. And I got 2 of these, which I haven't seen before. The San Marzano style. And it's a big can of the Hunt's. This one's garlic and crushed red pepper. And then the other one is garlic, olive oil, and basil. So if you like your spaghetti sauce kind of chunky, but things like this are good to have on hand in your stash because this will go a long way. You can make pasta sauce with it, you can make pizza with it, you can make all kinds of things with it. And if you have some cheap spaghetti sauce and you want a little more texture and chunk in it, you can add some of this to it. It'd be great in a lasagna, in any Italian dish. So I hadn't seen these big cans before, so I picked up 2 of those. And let's see what else. Oh, I got some more letters, and these happen to be rub-on transfers. So, and on the back it shows you different things you can do with it. So I got 3 of those just to make sure that I would have a lot of letters that I needed. And that was pretty much it. So that was kind of my last couple days and what I've been up to. And tomorrow we start again. All right, my friends, I don't have anything else. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.